Maisie stopped for a water break. Don't blame her. Somebody lives in there, up there somewhere. Oh yeah, there's the mine, look. Oh, we can hear them go, oh, we've got to go down there. Coastal path. Down there. Right, better stop filming. Back to see you in a bit. Hi, welcome back to the channel. How you doing? We've just arrived. We've moved on from Penzance, from Cardinney. About 100 miles up the road. We're now on the North Devon coast, just near Bideford, in a place called Stroxworthy Farm Campsite. And as you can see behind me, you can see this is what we're looking at outside our van. Pretty impressive, I think you'll agree. A bit windy up here as well. There's two sites here. It's only 10 pitches on here. It's quite a small little site, run by a lady called Jane Khan, and they live in the farm down there. It is a working farm as well, so every now and then you get the odd tractor and trailer coming up here. This is the lane that you come up to get to it, and it is just about wide enough for a camper van. You don't really want to meet anything coming up the other way, to be fair, because there's no passing points. But yeah, so let me just show you the sign. So here we are, Stroxworthy Farm Campsite. We found it on Pitch Up, so it was which we do use quite a lot of, to be fair. We've not had many duff campsites from Pitch Up. That's the lane that goes down to the farm itself. This is the other half of the field. As I say, it's got 10 pitches on here, a mixture of grass, hard standing and grass. We're all in a line up there, as you can see. You can just see our van up there. And let me just show you. The facilities are fairly limited here, but they're good, clean facilities, to be honest. This field, if they haven't got any livestock in it, can be used as your dog exercising field. So, which is quite alright actually. Anyway, there's the van. Yes, we've got a whirly. So here we've got. This is the main block here, so you've got your grey water and your chemical water, your chemical toilet disposal point. You do have two loos here. This is one of them. I'll just show you. Compact and bijou, but as you can see, it's clean. It's been kept clean. And mind you, as you go in, if you're over 5 foot. Down this side you've got a dishwashing area, so you've got somewhere where there's hot water for washing up. There's even the use of a little microwave if you need to use it. I think she sometimes leaves eggs, but she hasn't got any eggs in here today. which you can buy for £1. I think it's £1 for half a dozen. £1 for half a dozen fresh farm eggs. There's also an information point. There's a bit of a notice board there, and there's various leaflets and what have you, and books. And what they do say, if you don't finish the book, but you've got a book to change it with, then by all means do so. So that's the dishwashing area, and then just round the corner here is another toilet, but it's also got a shower in it and washing facilities. So there's your showers down there, Quite a big shower as well, to be fair, but it's one of those push button effects. So, but yeah, again, nice and clean. But yeah, it's all right actually. All right. And because there's only 10 pitches here, it doesn't really get that busy, honestly. Anyway, there's Maisie Moo. Look, say hello, Maisie Moo. You get your own little bench, little picnic bench that you can use. There's KITT all set up. Yeah, well, you can say we've had to put the ramps on the front because it's sloping away from the road. Electric hookup. At the back of the electric hookup there's fresh drinking water. Yeah, it's all right here actually. I quite like it here. Very quiet, I must admit, especially at night. And it's very dark, so you get, if on a clear night, I reckon that you could probably see the stars and what have you, see the Milky Way. So I'll find out tonight. But if this cloud stays around, there is some rain coming in for later on this evening and tomorrow. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're not a million miles away from Clovelly, which is that nice little fishing port which you can't actually drive down. Apparently you have to go to the visitor centre and then you have to pay, well, because they say car parking's free, but you pay £9.50 each, but that does include your free car parking and you've got access to all of the village and what have you. So, but it is a World Heritage Site, so that's probably why it's they're charging you. But I'll obviously post some photos on it and what have you. But yeah, what do you think? It's alright this. I can't remember how much it is that we've been charged, but I don't think it's very much. Not very much, I don't think. So, but yeah, no, it is. It's very nice here. It looks very nice. So I'm looking forward to the first night. We're here for 3 nights, and then we move down to South Devon coast, down to Axmouth, where we'll spend the rest of next week in Axmouth. All right then. Thank you very much. I'll catch you on TTFN. Morning all, welcome back to the channel. We're now in Axmouth now, in a site called the Axmouth Caravan and Camping Site. Excuse the noise in the background if you can hear it. One of the wardens is doing some strimming around the permanent, around some of the permanent vans that stay here all year round. What you're seeing now is basically the view I have from the back of my van. Yeah, we've been here a couple of days, to be honest, and today's been the first day when there hasn't been loads of kids around and what have you. So I thought, well, it's still quite sunny and quite warm. A bit cloudier today. There is supposed to be some rain coming this afternoon. But this is the River Axe, which is also a nature reserve and marshland. So as you can see, and it is a tidal estuary like most estuaries are, I suppose. Loads of swans, lots of other wildlife here if you're interested in bird watching and looking at wildlife. Things like curlews and oyster catchers, plenty of seagulls and crows. You get them anywhere. But this is a lovely, lovely site, I have to say. This is our second time visiting here. Down to the left, as the river goes down, as the estuary goes down, it goes into Seaton. So geographically, yeah, we're about 45, 3/4 of an hour away from Seaton. No, not even that. It's about half an hour walk, to be fair. But yes, yeah, it is a lovely site, and so I'm glad we've come back here. So we arrived on Friday, and today's Tuesday. Like I say, this is the first opportunity I've had to do any videoing. So yeah, as I say, it's a lovely site, amazing countryside around here. I'll just quickly pan round so you can see the layout of the site. There's our van there. So we're here till Saturday. I'd love to stay here a lot longer, but not possible. It's a lovely family site, to be honest. Closer look at the site. There's Maisie Moo there, sitting there. So yeah, this is a lovely site. Facilities are fairly basic, to be honest. Let's go back down towards the estuary here. Facilities are fairly basic, to be honest, here, but clean and tidy. There's showers, washing up areas. There's even a laundry here. So if you fancy doing some laundry while you're away, you can do it while you're here. Pan around here. But yeah, it is a great little site, to be honest. So there is showers. There's male showers and female showers. The usual chemical and grey waste areas. Various service points around the place. You can have electric hookup here, or you can just turn up. These ones here are all non-electric, so they're mainly for people who want tents and what have you. But yeah, it is a lovely site. It is a lovely site, and we will continue to keep coming back here for as long as we can. You can see the swans even more now that they're coming closer to us. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm here till Saturday, or we're here till Saturday. But yeah, the warden and his wife are very friendly. Typical Devonshire. All right, my lover, that sort of thing. But yeah, no, they're lovely people. Anyway, I'm getting back closer to the van now and closer to the warden with his strimmer. So apologies for that. And I'll catch up with you at some other point later on. TTFN. Morning everybody, how are we all? Andy VFL here, welcome back to the channel, hope you can hear me alright. We're taking you on a little adventure today. We're walking to Beer, and yes, it's spelled exactly the same as the Pine Dove. So we're walking down this, can be quite busy road, and it's the only road that goes into Seaton. So unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about that really. Anyway, to be fair, it gets really busy during the weekends and the height of the holiday season. But I'll just quickly pan you around so you can see where I'm walking. I'm actually walking down by the side of the River Axe. So yeah, so it's this isn't the prettiest route, I must admit, but can't be helped. Anyway, I'll come back to you in a bit. So, I said I'll come back to you when there's something a little bit more interesting to look at. So we're just coming up to Exmouth Harbour. As the name suggests, it's a harbour on the Jurassic coast. We're just crossing over the River Exmouth. Let me just, you can see lots of boats on there, and then just the other side of the boats, that's Exmouth Beach, but it's also part of Seaton Beach. If I can, I'll pan back down that way, and you can see the River Exe. Some lovely properties they're building alongside the River Exe. This is the old bridge that used to go over the River Exe before they built this new one. But yeah, so we've got some lovely boats, a few yachts, and there's also an actual yacht club. So see some more lovely properties around here, and as you can see by the sign, maybe, but hopefully in a minute, we're actually coming into Seaton. We're going to be coming up onto the beach in a minute, so I'll come back to you in a minute, seeing how busy it is. Talk to you in a bit. So yeah, so this is Seaton Beach. And we're going to walk where those white cliffs are in front of us, those chalk cliffs. Just the other side of those chalk cliffs is Beer itself. The chalk cliffs slightly further away, that's called Beer Head. We're not going to there. But yeah, we basically walk along this promenade and found some lovely, usual seaside properties. Not many of them come up for sale, and when they do, they're pretty pricey. Yeah, no, it's a lovely plot. It is a lovely spot. Right, so we've now picked up the Southwest Coastal Path. That's the outlook from this point. Where you go, Mosey Moo? It's a bit of a stretch up here, but not too bad. But it is uphill all the way now. So we've just gone past a residential home, which is called the Check House. And as you can see, it's got like a checkerboard effect on the outer bricks, mainly made up of Devonshire flint, which this area is famous for, and also sandstone. So we've just come off all the road bits, and we've picked up the coastal path again. We've come out into the open. It's a little bit uphill up here, but it goes down and then comes back up again and then down into here. So whether we'll see any views up here, I can't remember. I've only ever done this walk once, so yeah. I'll come back to you in a bit. Right, just come up this bit of hill and just look what I've come to. This lovely viewpoint of Seaton. Wow, that's amazing. I forgot about this view up here. And as you pan round, those houses up there, that's the hill we've just walked up. And then that goes out over towards Dorset, Taunton, and that way. But yeah, that's a good old view, that, isn't it? I think that bit of land that sticks out, I think that could be Weymouth. Over there, you probably can't see it on the camera. But yeah, that's an amazing view, that. Anyway, we're not far away now from Beer. far away from beer now, and a crab sandwich, and maybe even a pint of beer. Anyway, we'll see. See you in a bit. And a little bit further, another viewpoint of Beer Beach with Beer Head. That water's almost Mediterranean, isn't it? I don't think it's quite as warm as the Mediterranean, but anyway. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, we're literally just got to go down this hill, and we're in Beer itself. Speak to you in a bit. Here we are. This is Beer. Lovely little cove. So literally just round the corner from Seaton. However, it's a good 3.5 miles walking on the southwestern coastal path. So yeah, it's really nice here. It's a shame really that both Seaton and Beer have these shingle beaches. There isn't really any sand around here at all. But you can see the chalk cliffs. And I'm saying that farthest point up there on my right, that's Beer Head. Beer Head, not Beer Point, Beer Head. But yeah, every year they hold a regatta here this time of year. We've missed it this week. It was this weekend, so we've missed it. But to be fair, I wouldn't bring Maisie down here when it's busy anyway. She doesn't really do people. Probably say a bit like its owner. But anyway, let's go and find a drink and something to eat. And maybe even a cheeky ice cream. Who knows? Okay. One more pan round, and I'll catch you back in a minute. Catch you in a bit. Alright, welcome back. Yeah, we're going back towards where we started from. And you can see we've got Axma. I don't know where you can see in the distance, but we've got a tram, which is on the Seaton tramway. It's one of the features of this place. I hope you can see it. So it's just gone beyond some trees. Here it comes. And yeah, that was nearly 7 miles from start to finish. So that's a complete circuit. I hope you can see that tram in the distance on the tramway, Seaton tramway it's called. We went on it last year when we came down. Maisie wasn't too keen, but it's about a 25-minute trip. It goes to the end of the line is a place called Collyton, and there's another village called Collyford. I have to pronounce it like that because I was told to pronounce it like that by the tram driver last year. But yeah, so it goes to Collyton, and Collyford. Now yes, there's a little green where you can come and sit and watch the sunset over the River Axe. It's a nice little green, and you can see some of the wildlife. As we come round here, well, it's a lovely little cottage just on this bend. Next to it is the Harbour Inn, which is literally just in front of the campsite where we are. It's got a church, which is here. You see the church, which is here. So yeah, you've got the church, then you've got the pub. I think it's called St Michael's. So yeah. And so, yeah, it gets very busy during weekends, the road. This pub gets busy as well, but they're going in there tomorrow, so to meet up with our friends Ali and Guy from just outside the New Forest. So we're just coming into the campsite now. It is a private campsite, as it says, so you can't just go wandering in through here unless you're already here. This is the main reception, and there is a little shop in there. But yeah, down here It is a lovely spot, especially when the sun's out like this. So that's it for our little adventure down to beer, and we're back at the van. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch you next time. TTFN.